So Ninja Kiwi recently just buffed the sniper, and they didn't just buff this guy's 5th path, but they really gave him some damage here. Where's the best place to put him in slot? I guess right here in the center. I'm not really too sure. I can go ahead and play it here. Does he even beat the first part on his own? He needs a little something here. Maybe a little full metal jacket. Is that what he needs? It's probably faster fire. That's probably what I should have gone for. That's what I'll go for next after this round here. I think get really far there. Oh, I'm probably not going to be able to afford it. Although we can one-shot every balloon, so at least that's good. Okay, there we go. Faster firing. That should help out a lot, right? Yeah, that helps out a lot. Although there are more balloons, but he should be all right. But if I look back at my notes here, it says the cripple mob's damage has been increased from 80 to 280 for the top path here. And the top path is where most of his damage comes from, so we are pretty much more than tripling this guy's damage. Oh, this is looking a little rough. I don't think he gets past this round away, but he might be shooting a little too slow. We have the spark pop, but that is not going to help. Okay, I got to do something a little bit different here. So I think if I go ahead and sell him and get him back up, what if I go... Oh, I don't have enough for shrapnel. I can't afford it very soon, though. I should be able to afford it in time for when all the nonsense comes on screen, right? Now, when I get it, will I have enough time to actually clear these balloons here? Let me see. Oh, yeah, shrapnel's doing a lot. Oh, but they're still pushing a little bit. Okay, yeah, you know what? He just needs help. Let me put that on Dart here to sort of help him, but that might still be a little too late. Yeah, it's a little too late. Okay, yeah. So we'll leave him down there as is. I'll drop a dart here. The dart will help him out in the meantime before we can actually get this guy up and going. I think that's the crazy thing about like a lot of these towers is a lot of them really can't hold their own early in the game just because their upgrades cost a little bit, right? But eventually once you have them up there, they start putting in some good work. And honestly, for this guy, I think it's like once you get the bottom path, the 3rd tier, that's when he actually starts like shooting fast enough to keep up with the balloons. But as a tier 2, he's really slugging behind here. But I guess when he's crosspath, he's not too bad. But I mean, even with him being crosspath, he is getting pushed back here a little bit. You know, without the dart, we would have been lost. No, I really need to. I really need a bend right now, man. Let me speed it up to F3. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll get Ben next. And then after Ben, we'll save up to start to get this guy the bottom path here. Either the bottom or the middle path. I think the bottom path is gonna do us more justice than the middle path starting off. But then eventually the middle path will be very good. Of course, in combination, they're insane. We are right around the corner and we can get semi-automatic. There we go. And I should be able to get rid of the dart now. And now I will go into farming instead because we definitely need a little bit more income here. Although he isn't really that expensive when you really think about it. Like his 3rd tiers, yeah, they cost a little bit more than his, you know, his 2nd tiers. You know, you're going from the less than 1,000 to over 3K. But they're like very strong, you know. I feel like the price is warranted there. Like this guy, as he stands right now as a 2 through 3, he can handle pretty much a BFB and anything up to around 60 at this point. And go ahead and go banana plantation into valuable bananas here. And also the marketplace when I can't afford it, which is right now. But then going from like the 4th to 5th tiers, I really don't feel like it costs like that much. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and get banana research facility first. But yeah, so after I get like full auto, yeah, Elite Defender is only 17K. It is higher than what I'm used to because Impossible didn't get the prices changed. But still, that is not bad compared to most of these tier 5s here. And this one, yeah, also 17K. It's this one that might be a little bit expensive, right? Yeah, Cripple Mob is like 40K high. It is a little bit, I mean, we have the profits for it already, but I think I will go to Essential instead. Oh wait, this guy, if I get Elite Sniper and Tech Bottom, that's gonna make a lot of the actual crates pop down for even more income here. So all you really need to do is put this guy right here, and I think the banana farmer will actually collect these. Yeah, it's gonna auto collect for us. So I think at this point, since I can't afford it, I am good to just go straight up Elite Defender, Cripple Moab, and he just handles it as is. Oh, he missed that crate up there. Hold on, let me actually move this guy. Let me move him a little closer here because it is kind of falling down wherever it wants to. And then I can also get rid of Ben and we can speed up even more. Let's go F4 this time. And now we wait. Actually, what round did this guy lose on last time? That'll be a good guess for my prediction here. Let me see if I go back to my notes here. Alrighty, so during my last test, it was round 180 solo and then round 204 with the gold village, which I'm actually surprised it was only like 24 rounds after with the gold, but I feel like that was an error in my original testing. I mean, I don't have the gold village now, and that's just because the gold village hasn't really been updated for version 37 yet. So I do have the mod installed, but it's just not popping up because it's not working yet. So for now, we'll have to give this guy just the regular buffs. But I feel like he's actually gonna breeze past his last record of 180 because it's 172. Oh, they are starting to get near the halfway point though. But he does have so much more mob damage on the top part. So I feel like that's why he's doing so well here. Yeah, it's only 5 rounds until like the 180 and they're not quite at the halfway point yet. I think like right here is halfway. Oh yeah, so here's 180, the last one he lost on, and he seems to be easily clearing all these balloons here. Yeah, literally easily breezed through it. So I definitely think he's gonna get past the 200s. Probably what, like maybe 210, 220? I'm gonna go on the higher end here and say 220. But the only way for us to really know is to wait and see. You guys know how it goes? I'll catch you in a second. Ooh, round 200 here. This one might be a bit of a tough one. I'm gonna replay it back last time. He actually just lost here. It seemed like he had just just enough damage to be able to take down the first bad, but the second one is just a little bit too far for him to get that damage off. Because again, a lot of his damage does come from him being able to ricochet his bullets here. But as you can see, they are a little too far to be ricocheted. When they're close together, he's getting a lot of damage off, but yeah, he's able to take out the first one, but the second one is just a little too far away here. It's just a little too far away, and it's getting a little too far on the board here, man. It's almost us, though. If he could only pop out that outer layer, then he would be fine. Actually, let me try changing his targeting here. What if I go to Elite here? Because if I go to Elite, then what's going to happen is he's going to target the strongest one. So once the second one comes on screen, then he'll keep on switching between the two, and that might be like good enough. Like he might have his damage balanced enough for both of them. So there's that first one down, but I feel like the result is kind of the same here. It really doesn't feel like anything different has changed here. Yeah, he's getting to this point with the same. Actually, it seems like he has a little bit more health there. So round 200 is going to be the limitation of this guy without any buffs. But we are not done. Let us get this guy some buffs here. I've got 2 million cash to work with. So first on the roster here, I can't start with the hero, that being Pat, right? Pat's going to give him the best buff here. Throw him right in this corner here, get him to a nice level 20. Of course, Pat would help out with damage just a little bit, but I feel like that's going to be nothing compared to the damage of the sniper himself. And then next, I'll go ahead and put a tub all the way up in this corner here, and we'll get ourselves the sub for that cooldown reduction. Although the cooldown reduction, I don't think it really does anything for him except his crate, but maybe he has some sort of internal cooldown that it could help, but I'll just have him there just to have him there. The next one up is the alchemist. I'll throw him right down here, get that top path for that perma brew, and I guess perishing potions does buff the brews and stimulants, but I think it only strengthens their duration. But again, we're gonna have it instead of not having it. And then we can easily follow that up by getting a village here as well. I'll pull it a little bit out of the ways here, so on this side, but it still can reach. Yeah, I can. Go ahead and get the top path here and the middle path all the way. We can even go to the middle path just a little bit, or the bottom path just because we can. Top path's really not gonna do anything for himself. We can go ahead and move right onto the engineer, which I'll actually just throw in the corner here. I'll have all my buffers here together. Get this guy all the way middle path. And then I'm gonna need tech bots for everybody. Oh, I do have this little totem here. Should I use the totem? I mean, normally I do have the village king, but like I could. Do I still have to charge this with cash or no? I think I'll charge normally. I can't squeeze it. Okay, I can squeeze it right in here. I'll leave the totem off for now, but we'll see. When he loses, I might think about using the totem. For now, I will go ahead and get my tech bots. I need 1 for Pat. I need 1 for the homeland, and I also need 1 for the engineer. That should be it, right? He's already tech botted. We can go ahead and get the homeland on board. We can get Pat on board, and we can get the NG on board, and we are good to play it here. Although we are gonna have to wait a little bit for all the things to come off cooldown, but this should be enough here. Yeah, this one's getting taken down very fast here. And then there goes the second one before even getting to the halfway point. So this guy now has a long way to go in him once more. So what round do we think now? Looking back at my notes, with the gold village, he only got to round 204, but he got to round 200 solo, and we don't have the golden village, and now he's pretty much at 204 now, and I'm assuming he's gonna beat it. So I genuinely think this guy actually could end up pushing to like 250, maybe even 260 if he really can do it. I mean, the fortified bads don't quite get halfway yet unless they are separate, but if they're all going to be grouped up like this, then the fortified bads will get shredded down fast. And I think with how the rounds are going now, they're pretty much going to be grouped up most of the time, so I think it's safe to say that this guy can actually make it to 260. But let us see if that actually holds true here. It seems like 258 is the round he is getting stuck on, as laggy as it is a little bit, which to me is actually kind of surprising because I figured with this many bads and like fortified bads, his bullets would be able to bounce around easily. And I can see them bouncing a little bit here and here. You know, this one's about to go down, but this one still almost has full health. Same with this one here. So yeah, it's probably that the bullets are bouncing, but these guys were just out of range from that projectile bounce. Yeah, it gives them just enough time to be able to actually make it and end up clearing this map here. So round 258 is going to be the limit for this guy. I mean, I could try this thing too. Let me get rid of the farmer here. I had the farmer collecting so I could see how much money he made, but let me try this totem here. Let's see if that does anything. I don't think it will, but we can put it down regardless and see. If I go ahead and inspect him here, he's got 777 million pops here. Almost 1 million cash generated as well here. Very nice. Let me see. Okay, so he managed to pop this time. Actually, yeah, the totem does stuff. How much of a boost does the totem add, the energizing totem? Let's energize the totem will attack speed over by 25% less fire. Okay, that's actually insane. Yeah, if I would have known it was gonna buff it by 25%, then I definitely would have known it was gonna clear. But still, without the totem, 258, not bad. What was my guess? 260, right? So that was like 2 rounds. Dude, I'm getting spot on with these guesses, man. I think the only reason why my guesses get off is whenever it's like a gold village or a mod that increases their damage like exponentially. So the gold village is one of them because of that attack speed increase from the top half. And then the infinite degree mod because every 10 times of the degree is an exponential increase. But when it's more linear, like something like these buffs, then it's more easy to guess. And also when I have a good reference, it's easier. Ooh, but even with the totem up, these are still a lot of bads here and a lot of fortified ones at that. And they are spread out, which is going to be the sniper's worst enemy here. These two stacked on top of one another, he should be able to clear these ones. wounds. Yeah, he cleared one of them, and this one should follow suit as well. Yeah, but it's this one. It literally has no bandages on it, and it's very far. You can probably clear the last one here. Yeah, he clears those, but this guy, he's too far gone, man. And then it's just that her totem is in full swing already. That is going to be a GG's for this guy. We're at 264. So I was 4 rounds off. Not bad whatsoever. And he finishes this off with 887 million pops here. Very good. I can definitely feel the buffs on this guy. So overall, I'd say these buffs did him justice. But as for the other towers, we'll have to see for ourselves.